What up, guys? Back again with another album review, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Don Toliver album, Octane. This is his follow-up to 2024's Heartstone Psycho, which I really enjoyed. So I've been really excited for this new record. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. The first song is E85. It's a nice intro. It's not a bad record. I do enjoy it, but I would have liked a little bit more energy, especially with some of the songs we have later down on the track list that bring more of that new sound and new vibe that he's kind of cultivating for himself. It's a good song, but not as, energetic as I would have liked, especially to start off the project, but not a bad song. Next song is Body, and this song actually samples Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake, which is a classic. I don't know how to feel about this record. I have mixed emotions. So first listen, I was not really a big fan of it. It was a skip. I thought it was a little weird. I really just love those first two Justin Timberlake projects, and Body is one of the best songs off his first project. So I really was not feeling this. I was like, this is a little too strange for me, but as I've, kind of listened to it back a few more times, it's growing on me, and this definitely seems to be a fan favorite and a standout from the project, from what I've been hearing from others online and seeing other people's reviews and comments on the project. It's growing on me. I don't know if I'll have it in my rotation. It's a standout, obviously, because of the sample being such an iconic sample, but I think there are plenty of other songs that are a lot better on this project. I could name 5 of them off the top of my head right now, which we'll get to here. But it's not a bad record, but it's not for everyone. I don't know if it's necessarily for me, but it's a fun record. Next song is Rendezvous, featuring frequent collaborator Yeat. I am not a Yeat fan, but this feature actually kind of somewhat surprised me. It's not terrible. You can actually somewhat understand the stuff he's saying in this song. Don Toliver, as always, is amazing. I think has some very nice production on the song. Overall, it's not a bad record, but still a skip for me just because I'm not a Yeat fan, but it is definitely a better performance from him. Next song is Secondhand, featuring Rima, and this one is a little bit more of that sappy, sentimental song, talking about how is he supposed to let his lover go and let this person that he's been in love with and experienced and grown throughout life with, how is he supposed to move on past them? And I think it's a good song, definitely one of the better, more slower emotional tracks on the project. Rema has, I believe that's how it's pronounced, excuse me if that's not, but Rema, their performance is very good. I think complements it very well. I think they slide in with a very good verse on the track. Don Toliver does his thing as always. I really like his verse first. It's pretty memorable, very fun. Brings energy to the song, even though it is kind of more that slower, more sentimental love song. And then really good production. I really like the loop they have on it of How Am I Supposed to Let You Go being said over again. I really like the synths on it. It's a very solid song. Next song is Tiramisu. This was the lead single off the project. It's an okay song. It's got this vibey kind of late at night kind of sound to it. It's good, but nothing too crazy that we haven't heard from him on some previous projects like Lovesick. Next song is ATM, and on this record you can really see and hear where Don Toliver is kind of cultivating this new sound for him. I like this record. This was the second single off the project to kind of give that hype, and this one I really think embodies what the sound of this project should be and should be remembered for, and what he should have kind of more so gone for throughout the whole project, even though I do enjoy some of the more low-key kind of softer songs like Secondhand or like Sweet Home or like Long Way to Calabasas. But this one really encapsulates, embodies that kind of new hyper-tech kind of rage almost influenced beat. It's a good song, but there are some better ones. But this I definitely would see being top 5 songs on the album. Next song is Long Way to Calabasas, and this one is another more slower, emotional song. Don Toliver has amazing performance on this track. Production is really well as well. I really like the production. It's got this background vocal that I think's really well, and almost seems kind of reminiscent to like some of the stuff in like late like 2017 like SoundCloud kind of vibes, similar to like some of the stuff X was doing on his 2 first projects. I mean, I really like this song. It's a really good performance from Don Toliver, and it really shows you his range with this song, and really shows you, even with the auto-tune and the reverb and all these layerings on his vocals, still how much of a beautiful voice he has and how much range he has in his vocals. Very good song though. Next song is Rosary featuring Travis Scott. Travis Scott is on every single one of Don Toliver's projects, so he's got to be on this one, which I don't mind at all. I think they're a great duo, which I really enjoy. I hear the consensus around this whole song that this is some beautiful record. I mean, it's a nice record, but I'm hearing people like, this is making me cry. No. I mean, it's a nice record, and it's a good song. It's a little bit touching, but it's more like a smooth kind of vibe song. Talking about some women in their lives and kind of what they mean to them, and smoking weed. And I mean, nothing that's crazy as far as subject matter, but people are saying that this song's making them cry, I've been hearing, and I'm like, I mean, hey, music does different stuff to everyone, but not for me. And even as far as collaborations between the two of them, I think they have a lot better. I mean, Can't Say, or Embarrassed, or You, or Flocky Flocky, I mean, are all so much better than this one, but this isn't bad. It's just one of their weaker ones. But it's a good collaboration nonetheless. They're never gonna miss on a track. Next song is All the Signs featuring another frequent collaborator, similar to Yeat and Travis Scott, Tizo Touchdown. This song, I'm not the biggest fan of the production. I don't like how it sounds like a static, like, not even static, but like a song or like a video that's like skipping at the start. I don't like that. I think that sounds weird. I don't really think it has a place on this record or any song in general. I don't like that. It's just weird to me. And then Don Toliver has a good performance. And then eventually the beat does somewhat change up into nothing crazy as far as production-wise. But Tizo Touchdown, I really like their last collaboration, Backstreet, where he was just doing the ad-libs and kind of background vocals, which I really enjoyed. And I think it's one of Don Toliver's best songs. I love that song. But here he has a verse, and I'm not feeling it. He sounds offbeat. He sounds like he's trying to catch up to the beat, and he has some bars that are somewhat questionable to me that I'm like, I'm not feeling that. But overall, it's not a terrible song, but definitely a skip. Next song is Call Back, and holy fuck, this is where it really starts to get good, this project. Love this song. I've been waiting for this song for fucking ages. I've been hearing the snippets. He's been previewing it on Instagram at different concerts and shit, and holy fuck, it lived up to the hype. Such a good song. Talking about kind of just having a one-night stand with a girl and wondering when she's going to call him back. And it's a fucking great record. I mean, it's such a fucking banger, dude. Like, holy shit, is this a good song? Really good beat. Don Toliver slides on this track. Amazing vocals from him. Comes through with just a really good energy. And this, I wouldn't even say is the best record on the whole album, but this is definitely up there. Definitely gonna make my top 3. Next song is Tuition, and this one is not a bad song, but definitely brings energy quite down a bit from Callback. It's not a bad song, but it's definitely drops that energy down quite a bit. It's just not anything super memorable about it. Production's decent. Don Toliver has decent performance, nothing too memorable about it. Next song is K9 featuring Shaw Baby. It's a good song. Definitely one I've had in my rotation quite a bit. After listening to it a few times, I don't know. It feels like something a little bit is missing, especially on the back end after Shaw Baby's verse. I really like Don Toliver's first verse and his hook, and then Shaw Baby, his verse isn't actually too bad. I didn't expect it to fit this production, but it somewhat does, oddly enough. And I enjoy it, but there are better songs on it. And talking about better songs, holy fuck, dude, is this shit crazy. Excavator, insane, bro. Insane. Fucking different level of fucking crazy. Like, holy shit. This beat, I've never in my whole life heard anything fucking like this. It's so fucking groovy. It's groovy. It's this hyper electronic rage beat almost, but it's so groovy and so funky and just, it's so fucking different than like anything. I mean, it sounds similar to all these other things, but it's so much its own. And this song really, I think, encapsulates this sound that Don Toliver is really making his own, and really shows you his like world that he's creating with this sound. I feel like Travis Scott really laid the blueprint for this sound, and Don Toliver is really taking it and making it his own thing, especially with this whole album as a whole. But this record is, I think, the best example of it. Just fucking crazy. Insane production, insane verses from Don Toliver. Fucking crazy, mind-blowing. If you have not listened to this song, go fucking listen to it. Change your fucking life. Absolute banger. Top to fucking bottom, bottom to top. Holy fuck. Next song is Gemstones. This one, another high energy track. The production, I'm mixed about. I think it sounds a little too similar to some stuff I've heard before in the past, even from Don Toliver. It's not a bad song, and I definitely have it in my rotation, but I feel like it's missing something as far as production-wise. And then as far as the verses, still Don Toliver just talking his shit, which I enjoy, but it needs a little bit more as far as the production-wise, I think, to really separate it from the other tracks. Next song is Opposite, and this builds up so fucking good. I mean, builds up nice and slow, and then really comes to this hyper climax where it just turns to this fucking crazy rage beat, but he slides on the whole fucking track. I mean, has really good verses, really memorable lines. Really enjoy this song, and Don Toliver just talking his shit throughout the whole track. Yeah, very good song. Next song is TMU, and this kind of slows down the album, but this is a very solid track. I mean, all the things I think they were saying about Rosary should really be applied to this track here. I mean, it's a really good performance. It's groovy, but at the same time, Don Toliver has some really good subject matter on the track, kind of telling the truth about him wanting to be with this person and just doing whatever he can to be with them. And I really like this track. Second to last song, Pleasure's Mine. This song, I think, kind of goes a little bit under the radar. It's one of the more forgettable tracks on the project. And the reason why would be because it feels like it's missing something as far as production-wise. And then the beat, he kind of goes almost a cappella and very raw with the production, very simple at the start. And then it really doesn't kind of build up till the very, very last verse of the song. And then even with that, I feel like there's this like little rattle sound all throughout there, which I'm not a big fan of. It's a good song, but definitely a forgettable track. And then next song is Sweet Home, and this interpolates All Summer Long by this guy. But obviously that's a classic and that's a banger. So this is a really good rendition of that song and really well interpolates that track. I think it's a very fitting use of that sample, and it really makes it more of a slower song, but still a vibe, and I really like it. I know it's not going to be for everyone, and it's definitely a little bit more experimental from stuff he's done before, even from like, you know, experimenting with the sample on Body. But this is definitely a good song and definitely deserves some hype to it. Overall, the project, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Is this better than Hearthstone Psycho? I don't know. I think only time will tell. It's still growing on me. I still got to get a few more listens through it to really determine. I mean, Hearthstone Psycho was such a good project and had so many standout records on it. This one, I think, has more records that stand out, but the quality as far as records are higher on Hearthstone Psycho opposed to this record. But my top 3 on this record trample anything on Hearthstone Psycho, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. So it's a really, I mean, it's an apples to oranges kind of situation. I like this album a lot. I think it really lived up to the hype. I mean, the hype for it was so big, I feel like. So meeting that hype, I think, is something that we got to give him props for. Top 3, talking about top 3. My top 3 songs from this album are Callback, Excavator, and Opposite. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the project, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on other social medias, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. And till next time, peace out.